Yo, welcome everyone. We are back with the last day of the last Prove Your Skill qualifier for Blitz Masters New Horizons. And yeah, we are here, final day. There are 8 teams remaining in the PYS. Just want to let you guys know ahead of time, I have to speak a little quietly today. Hopefully you guys can still hear me just fine. I feel like I'm still speaking at a reasonably healthy volume into the microphone, but just want to make you guys aware of that. We'll be a little bit quiet today, for at least the beginning, as there are guests over at the house at the moment, so it can't be too loud. But you guys are doing well. We've got Idle in the chat, Mowaller, and Dominic Hagelwood. Welcome to the stream, y'all. Yeah, as I said, there are 8 teams remaining in the groups. Go ahead and pull up the brackets in just a moment here. For some reason, whenever I pull up the website, it's not defaulting to the 3rd stage, so it is currently loading, but get the groups shown here. Group number 1 is Kitten versus SV and Alev versus Straight. Straight and Kitten have been in the same group for every single day of this PYS. SV and Alev have also been together every single day of this PYS, so something is up with the seeding, unfortunately, but that is how the groups are seeded. For group 2, we've got Toma versus Rejects and Zero versus Ebony. So Toma and Ebony, they played against each other yesterday, we saw that, and so these guys are in the same group today, and I'm guessing Reject Zero might have been in the same group yesterday too, although I'm not 100% on that. I think that might have been the case. But yeah, you guys let me know if my voice isn't loud enough or if other things are too loud. We can get that fixed. But we're going to be streaming Group 1 today. We're going to start with Kitten SV, and then we'll launch upper bracket finals, lower bracket finals, and grands. So I hope you guys are excited for some good games today. Real quick, want to show the points distribution at the moment. So we go back to that. Again, we've already seen Joker, Origin, 7 Rats, Apex all qualified for PYS 1 and 2. And then we have 11 5th place, doing pretty well on points. The highest are the remaining teams, then Kitten, Ebony, and 322. Something to note about this team, 322 is not in today. You guys did not see them in the day 3 bracket. They got eliminated yesterday, and so they will not be earning any points today. That means the 9th place team will be able to surpass them. This team is at 26.9, so at just about 27,000 points. And if we look at the 9th place team, that is Toma, they are at 26.5. So if they earn at least 500 points, they are going to be surpassing they're going to be surpassing 322 for top 8. If you look at the point distribution for today, the lowest that each team can earn is 967. So Toma is guaranteed to knock 322 out of top 8. 322 cannot make top 8. The only thing that can happen is 322 is still not 100% safe yet, because they are right now going to be 4th place in cups after today. 2 teams will win, so they'll be 2nd place on cups, excluding all of the winners for the PYS 1, 2, and 3. But if another team wins that's outside of that top 8, so if we go back to showing this, so right now if a team that is not Toma, Kitten, Ebony, or Alev wins a group today, then that would kick Toma out. So just because that team would kind of slot themselves in right around here and kind of knock everyone down one. So Alev would go down, Kitten would go down, Ebony would go down, and they'd basically just kick them out. So Toma needs to hope that either two of these three teams win, or they win tonight. Because if a team that is outside of the top 8 wins, they qualify directly into top 8 and kick Toma out. So that's how things are going to be going today. Just to see where the other teams are in the leaderboard. Toma's in 9th, as we saw, but they're going to be top 8. Straight, they are in 11th. They will move up over XPD, but it's not going to be enough to put them in top 8 over points because they're still almost 2,000 points behind Toma. Zero is still in, they are in 12th place today, but again, they're not going to be able to get into top 8 unless they win directly. Rejects, who are in 14th, so I've shown, what is it, Toma, Straight, Zero, and Rejects, and the last team is SV, And they did not play Preview Skill 1 or 2, so they're actually pretty low in the points. But that's only because, again, they didn't play the first two, so they are... Where are they? SV. All the way down here, in 37th place. But, I mean, if they win today, if they win their group, which we are watching their group today, they will directly qualify into top 8 and kick everyone else out, which would be quite funny to see that happen. So, we will see how that goes. Anyway, I'm going to go to chatting. We're going to be getting our invite in just a minute. And then we can go ahead and get started with the sets today. Before, please fix your volume, can't hear you much. Yeah, I'm speaking quieter today. Is it difficult for you guys to hear my voice? Are you able to turn the stream volume up to hear me better, or do I have to increase my microphone? Because I can do that. I just want to make sure that I'm audible. Really quickly, I am going to... Let's see. First of all, I got my room invite, so let me set that up. Kitten on the left, SV on the right. Get that going. And then I'm going to really quickly go to BRB. I'm going to mute everything. I'm going to try listening to myself and see how I sound on stream. Okay, I did listen to myself there. I am a little bit quiet, so I'm going to increase my mic gain. Don't know how much I should increase it. Let's see. I'm going to go to my advanced audio properties. Let's test this out. Is this better? Alright, you guys let me know if this is better. I think we're going to do the first game like this, and then y'all let me know how it goes. Again, I do have to be a little quieter today, sadly. But it is what it is. Anyway, we can go ahead and show the teams. Did I update the logos? Hello? Kitten. Update icons. Hello? Why is that not working? Oh, I typed it without the one. Oh, dummy. There we go. Sorry about that. Anyway, we are all good to go now, y'all. We are going to be seeing the maps Molenbeek, Normandy, and Castilla for this first set. Molenbeek for games 1 and 2. Hope that you guys are looking forward to these maps. Kitten's keeping it simple with 4 MLEs, a Super Conquer 205B and a T100. SV's got 3 MLEs, IS4, Kron, Super Conk, whatever Wyvern runs, so maybe no light tank for them. Really quickly, I would also like to take a look at these rosters. I've been trying to highlight them more. So here's Kitten, we've got Christic Stratmaker, Christic E50M, Mista, Whiskey, Arepa, Sarah, this is Nala, Bentley Coupe, I Love Stream Sniping, this is Hicks, J. McRae, and KA4. I don't know who all these players are, but that is them. And for SV, we've got Worthwood, Bakulejo, Espanta, Horizon, Wyvern, Albino, Kurtzen, Oliver, Shots, and a Myth. So those are the 2 teams that we'll be watching right now. Go back to the training room POV, and we can set up the Molenbeek map intro. You're just fine, have to put to max. Okay, yeah, hopefully this is better for you guys. But if this is too much, let me know, I can turn it back down. I just increased my mic gain. I have to remember to change it back after the stream, I made a note of that. Wait, 30 seconds left. Looks like SV will be running a light tank. Potentially. Oh, he's on writing again. Panzerwagon. I like to see the new light tank being used a little bit. It's kind of hard to use other light tanks, and the T100 is just so good. But SV are going to be using the Panzerwagon. It's very fast, got a good speed going, and it has a lot of super consumables that give it a lot of different utilities that normally light tanks don't always fulfill. I don't know if there are any other tier 10 light tanks that have really most of the super consumables that it has. It has reactive for some reason. It has ret cal, it has super speed. Don't think any other lights have those. So it makes it a little interesting. I mean, although I highly doubt, oh, it has tungsten as well. I highly doubt that we're going to be seeing those tanks being, or the tank running reactive. That would kind of be a little silly in my opinion, but I guess you never really know, huh? It would be quite funny. Also, is the game louder than normal for you guys? Oh yeah, it's way louder. Let me turn this down. Sorry. That's better. The game was way louder than I remember. Anyway, here we go. Game number 1 between Kitten and SV. Both teams sending their light tanks to A and generally sending most of their tanks there as well. 50M player going to be driving in the middle of the Super Conch. Kron kind of doing the same for SB. He's playing a little bit further back though. Light tanks do make contact. Wyvern does get blood. Good shot there. That was from Cayman. That's what I'll call him. Wyvern not able to spot anyone else until just now. Takes another hit from Cayman, doing a good job at farming. Wyvern taking the same hit twice. He's dead. He's going to get double tapped with HE. Now he does activate the reactive, so we are seeing the light tank use reactive in this game, which is quite funny. He takes one more hit, but Kitten did miss shots on him, so he was able to survive. And get out of there just fine. And now SV has the tank mismatch temporarily. The FE2 and 5B is going to come around and make things a little bit better for SV, or sorry, for Kitten. But at the moment, we really need to see some good focus fire between the two teams, because right now it looks like Horizon is the easiest target for Kitten, but he is behind the rock, hiding himself quite nicely. SV could definitely focus fire Sarah here, get a quick kill, or Repelite all the way in the back, but Sarah Kitten should be killable. However, Shots goes down first, actually. Mista, by the way, did kill Wyvern in the light tank just a bit ago. Sarah is still backing out here. Oliver puts in the shot. Albino does pick up the kill. Down goes Horizon as well. Is a 6v4 at the moment. Kitten's looking really good. Mista's able to clean up nicely in the light tank. Got a lot of DPM. And SV is too busy shooting other tanks to really deal with them properly. And so Mista's just going to really help this Kitten team fighting against Oliver. He will get picked off in just a second. Mista gets that. Next is going to be Bakulejo, who's kind of been away from the fight over on this side of the map. If Christic 50M play rolls high, he'll get the kill. He doesn't, so we do see one more pick going on, but over on the other side of the map, Kitten has cleaned up already. They will drive over here to get their last tank. And that is game number 1, going to Kitten. Put in one more shot. The ram kill doesn't quite get it. That's all Mista was trying to do, but didn't quite work out. There we go, guys. A game 1 win for Kitten. Really just outbrawling SV there. They were able to get their low hit point tank Sarah back. Of course, they also had really good shots on SV's light tank player, which really helped Mista to come all the way around. He probably had a nice damage game. He did 2.7 with 4 kills. It was actually Cayman on top with 4.3. He had some really good shots bleeding Wyvern at the start, and Wyvern definitely struggled, so bleeding early with your light tank is never a good thing. And also, didn't really see why you'd use a Panzerwagen in that role. You get there, but then you're just really soft and you have to play kind of scared of other tanks, especially like you're gonna probably lose a fight to a T100, can HE you. So using a Panzerwagen for that purpose, sometimes you see them for a specialty and that makes sense, but I guess as just a general scout there, not 100% sure. 200 feels a little bit more comfortable perhaps, but they are going to get rid of their tank, their Panzerwagen. SV going back to 4 MLEs, a Super Conk, an IS-4, and a 50M. Kitten's running a tank that we haven't really seen a whole lot of, the FE-4202. Tank has been changed a lot over the past few years. It gets buffed and nerfed and buffed and nerfed. I guess I'm not 100% sure what the exact stats of the tank are right now, just because it changes so often. Okay, he's getting rid of it. It's a 2 and 5B. Okay, fair enough. Maybe just throwing me off a little bit. I was going to say, that tank, I'm not exactly sure what they plan to do with it, but Hesh is a nice thing to have against MLEs if you can get to their sides. So those tanks are very soft on the side. A very massive target. Anyway, here we go, guys. Game number 2. Kitten SV. See if SV can equalize the set, or if Kitten's gonna go up 2-0. Seeing lots of similar avatars on the Kitten side. SV not really matching a whole lot. There we go. Kitten this time playing a little bit more towards the mid or to the left side. Mista not going to be spotting A. Tate is going to be hanging out in the bush, maybe just to passively get a little bit of info, but Kitten does not really want to play on that side. Wyvern going to drive up the middle to spot. He'll find it Mista in just a moment. These shots go in. Nice Wyvern with a quicker reaction there, putting in a good one. The rest of SV is right behind him. Tate getting spotted as along with Bakulejo. And Kitten is making the rotation around. Do they think they're going to be able to just punch him? Yeah, it seems like they are. They're just going to punch straight for Bakulejo here with their 3 flanking tanks. And what does SV do to counter? Looks like they have just pushed right in. They found Sarah, the IS-4 going all the way around. Sarah's going to get picked off incredibly quickly. Reminder, that is Nala. Bakulejo is actually still on half HP over here. Oh, there is an ammo rack that I didn't quite see. That definitely hurt Kitten even more. They are now down 4,000 HP. It's not looking good for them. Arepalite is going to try to get the kill on Wyvern here. Bounces it. He falls. Cayman does get the kill. He flanked all the way around in the 2 and 5B, but not really super useful for the team, unfortunately. Now Cayman is going to do something smart here and try to body block the IS-4 and keep him in the way of that 50M's gun, so he's going to be able to keep farming him. However, it's not going to matter too much, as shots should pick up this kill quite quickly. But Kitten at least do get their 3rd kill of the game. Now 50M player, who is unironically playing the MLE. Or I guess it is ironic that he's playing the MLE and not the 50M. He's backing out. Although I guess it makes sense that he's not the 50M player because he's an altruistic one, so they don't want to have that on the team. Anyway, he's backing all the way out. Mista's going to get picked. He does get a nice kill on Albino, but gets the ram kill. Mista tried to get the ram kill last game. This time he was unfortunately on the wrong end of that. Tate will fall. 50M player is still trying to put in shots while he can, but in comes shots. Missing the kill. It's a 3v1. SV are able to equalize that, having good initiative in the middle. Getting a nice clean pick on Sarah. That IS-4 flanking around, making that a lot easier for them. And Cayman just kind of flanked all the way around the map from what I could tell, and it wasn't too effective. These new clans, SV is not technically new. They've been around before. They've been competing on and off a little bit here and there. They did play in Blitz Master Legends 2, if I remember correctly, but even before then they did exist. They just hadn't played PYS 1 and 2. I think a few players had been in a different clan. But this team's not entirely new. Welcome to the stream, MP Boy. Welcome, welcome. Here we are, guys, all tied up, heading into games 3 and 4, which will be on Normandy. Kitten will start with the north spawn, and they are running a very lineup for Super Conquerors and MLE, 50M and T100. So they are running as many Super Conquerors as we saw yesterday. There was one team that ran 4 Super Conquerors. Didn't go out too well for them. I believe they lost that game. Was it on this map? I think it might have been. No, I think it was on Wallendyke, actually. I don't remember. I just remember one team ran 4 Super Conquerors, and they had challenges pushing. Maybe it was Toma or Rose. I don't 100% remember. I think it was one of those two. Yeah, so Kitten are going to try it this time on Normandy, which to me, this feels like it's a telegraphed play that they're going to be tipping into the bowl in the middle where that, you know, the exploded plane is. To me, that seems like a dead giveaway, but maybe that's a bait and they're not actually doing that. SV with 3 MLEs, Superconk, IS4, T100, and 50M. We can introduce Normandy here. And yeah, this is a very interesting lineup from Kitten. I'm curious to see what they're going to be doing with this one. Very interesting. Guys, is this mic gain okay? I'm talking quietly, so I turned up the mic. Hopefully this sounds fine. From what I can tell, the volume is reasonably balanced, but I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. Here we are with game 3. In comes the plane, big boom. Only one big boom though. The T100 is spotting center for Kitten. So Bakulejo is able to get into the base fast, but look at the 50M play here. He's flanking immediately around and into C. He finds Albino, but he's going to go for shots on Bakule, who's trying to get out, but in come the double super conk. And I was partially correct. They are immediately taking into the bowl here, but first they go for a huge push into the T100, who barely survives on 11 HP. He's going to be running away. Sorry, I want to get closer to him. SV kind of has to play catch up here. We have a super aggressive Super Conqueror play here. And I'm surprised SV weren't prepared for Kitten driving into the center here, but here they are. Albino's about to get picked. Looks like a rip, a mist, but Mista does clean up the kill, camping in his T100 behind the rest of his team. And Kitten should have a nice clean push into Oliver here. Unfortunately for SV, they are already down a tank by having Bakulejo all the way out there. Then they lost Albino. They're about to lose shots and Oliver as well. He should get picked off. And there's shots going down. Tate was holding the shot for some reason. SV have gotten a couple kills of their own, but it's just not enough. And Bakulejo grabbing A isn't entirely useful because this game was never going down to caps. It just simply wasn't happening because of that hyper-aggressive push. Like, I guess really that's all he could do, but there we go. Mista does get the ram kill he's been looking for. He's been rammed every single time, every single game this set. Games 1 and 3 he initiated it. Game 2 he kind of just received it, but it is what it is. Here we go. Kitten with a nice sweeping push there, right around the CD side. They take that game in just over 2 minutes. That was a very fast one. They were not messing around. And I think we've seen a lot this tournament. It happened yesterday, it happened today, that the teams that take initiative are oftentimes the teams that are winning the games. This meta seems to, you know, Verona has a lot of reactive stuff, so it's possible to play defensive, but the element of surprise with all of these tanks pulling up, the teams that we have watched have not been able to react to it. Maybe it's not that the meta is like this, maybe it's just the fact that teams around this level aren't able to react appropriately to surprises like that. But again, personally, like, literally me just seeing the lineup, I guess that, you know, that's probably what they were doing, is pushing into the middle aggressively, which they did. They pushed around first, but, you know, same idea. Granted, I get to see the lineup like a good amount before SV. Like SV only maybe had 20 seconds of seeing it during the loading screen to make their decision. But still, like, it just took me a few seconds of looking at it to get a good idea of what Kitten wanted to do. So maybe just something to work on is adjusting based on seeing the enemy's lineup. It's something that the great teams are really good at doing. Because if you just stick with your strat without looking at what the enemy might be doing, then it can go pretty badly. Anyway, we're on to game 4. Both teams are running more normal strats, but we are seeing double light from both teams, so we'll see how the 2v2 light matchup goes. Tate is going to be playing second T100 for Kitten. Shots is playing second T100 for SV. What's up, a cat? What's up, Paul? Good to have y'all in here. Anderson and Bruno. Welcome. Here's game 4. Kitten currently up. Again, this is the best of 5, so one more win from Kitten will give them the set victory. If SV wins, it goes to tiebreaker, which I believe was on Castilla. Hey, one positive about me speaking quietly is my voice isn't going to die today. That'll be nice. I don't have to constantly be drinking just to keep my voice box prepared. Looks like Kitten's going for the double C cap, so they are playing this one more defensively. On the south spawn, there are a lot of defensive options with the church, with red line spot that Cayman's in. He actually did get lit, which is surprising to me. It's not easy to get spotted there. And there's the back corner as well with the house. It's definitely a lot better than the corner that SV spawn has. You can see an MLE is being put there, which is an interesting tank to put there, but I mean, hey, it's something. Now, 50M from SV is playing to defend the beach in case Kitten was going for a beach push with the double T100. Kitten is not doing that, but that is what Wyvern is in position to defend. Cayman puts a nice shot into Oliver, but receives one as well, and he's spotted. He's kind of in the open. Oliver should have another shot here. Doesn't quite have it, so maybe it's not as exposed as I thought. Tate McRae got blind fired by Wyvern, so that's a very nice shot there. Good awareness. Okay, so Cayman does have a little bit of safety, but not the most. His turret's exposed, and granted the Toon 5E's turret's not the easiest to pen, but it is penable. Anyway, Wyvern, after getting that nice blind shot into Tate, waits to get unspotted and then backs out. SV's doing a pretty good job of getting out, I must say. Kitten has grouped 3 other MLEs together towards A. Looks like something they might want to push, but SV has 3 heavy tanks of their own in the area. Their T100s are hiding together, maybe waiting to make some sort of devious play over on the D side. Stratmaker blind firing the bush. I think SV knows that they're going to be chilling out for now. However, Albino does get spotted firing a shot at Stratmaker in the Super Conk. He's hiding in this corner, which is definitely not as good as the one over towards Mista's area, but it's still usable. Definitely harder to take cover because you don't have a giant hill to hide behind or a house to hide behind, really. There is this, but it's hardly even cover at all. It's like looking from Albino's position. Like you can get your tank here and you're still kind of exposed to that area if they push. Anyway, while I'm going on about that, looks like IS4 and MLEs from SV are starting to make their move on to A. Kitten needs to go for an A defend, but the T100's coming around along with the 50M. Cayman's ready to defend it, as is Mista though. So we'll have to see a little bit of care from SV making this push. Shots gets hit hard. Cayman getting shot, Mista getting spotted. Man, and Shots is getting nuked very hard here. SV's push was able to get the kill on 50M player though, and they have Arepa as well, who will he drop down. If he drops down, Oliver would be able to push him here. Kitten does get the nice kill and shot, so they are going to counter push into Bacalejo as well, and Wyvern is in a very awkward position. He needs to help out over here. He does end up getting the kill on Tate though, so that is a good compensation. Bacalejo will go down, but at least he's able to fight against Mista here, who I think missed a shot there. But SV's push over the middle seems to be working out quite well for them. Myth is incredibly low, but all the other heavies need to get their HP in the game, and they do kill Stratmaker there. Wyvern could start shooting Cayman, get his attention away from Oliver, who is quite low. Yeah, Wyvern looking over that's going to give Cayman a free HE shot. So you have to be a little bit tactful with your armor here. Mist is looking towards Wyvern as well. It is a 5v3, by the way. But SV is looking reasonably good. They're going to be dropping Albino in to help with the kill on Kitten. Cayman does pick up Myth. Wyvern's quite low. Sarah's going to see if he can get that kill. Does get the kill. But down goes Sarah, down goes Mista, and now it is Cayman. 1v3 on 900 HP. He's going to look for Horizon, needs to get this pick, but unfortunately that just kind of makes it impossible for him to clutch up the game. I guess he just thought, you know, I get the kill and we GG go next. Didn't want to try to fight it out, and that's fair, because Albino was a 5-shot. Not an easy thing to fight, you know, one-on-one, let alone a 1-on-3. And yeah, SV taking initiative on that side of the map. They end up winning it. I thought Kitten had a really nice defense of the light side, but somehow Tate still went down. I thought, you know, Kitten would be able to get those kills without losing any tank, but they didn't commit Cayman down, which I think would have been beneficial to them. He still did top with 3.8. He helped out with the heavy side, which I guess I understand. Kitten needed help on the heavy side, but allowing the meds and lights to live a lot longer was unfortunate for them. Wyvern did top for SV with 3.9, and yeah, he definitely needed to be challenged. Anyway, we are going to tiebreaker, guys. We are on Castilla tiebreaker. I love watching Castilla. I don't love watching it as a tiebreaker because it is an unbalanced map with unbalanced spawns, but we're going to be seeing Kitten with the north spawn, which is widely considered to be the better one. Not to say that South has no counterplay, because South certainly has counterplay. Most notably, the B cap is very much accessible to the south spawn, more so than north, and if you have enough light tanks you can grab it before the north spawn can even do anything. And so oftentimes when you see double light tank on south spawn, that's usually what they're doing, is they're fast capping B. SV is actually going to be running 3 of them, so they're playing pretty light loadout. But Kitten is as well, with 2 lights and a med and a TD and a new tank 50B. Have not been seeing that tank used much at all. It's been struggling a lot recently, really ever since it got switched to a 4-shot autoloader. Doesn't have very good gun handling, and not nearly as good damage output as it used to have when it was a 3-shot, but we'll see how it's used, guys. Game 5 tiebreaker. Go ahead and introduce Castilla. My ASMR era. Unfortunately, I have guests over, so I can't be loud. But what's up, Mizuhara, Space Ghetto, Orlando? I know play tournament. I know play tournament. I stream tournament. What's up, B-Mart? What's up, End? What are you guys doing in here? Thank you for the raid. I appreciate you guys. How was your stream? You guys having fun in 10v10? I'm guessing that's what y'all are doing. Good to have y'all in here. I can't believe you guys still play this game. B-Mart, don't you have like a girlfriend or something? Let's see what we're doing here. Looks like Kitten's going for the self boost. Tate does hit it, very nice. But SV is not going for the triple light tank to grab B. Look at this sneaky position that they're in. They are hiding. SV's sneaking to make a play on A with the lights at some point. They're not doing it yet. They want to get information, of course. And that is hopefully what the rest of these tanks are going to do. They have the IS-4 making a river play. So he's going to be flanking around Kitten's side of the map. Super Conqueror getting spotted somehow. Who spotted him? It was maybe a Repa or maybe the Patton. I'm not 100% sure, but IS-4 does get spotted here. There's a Repa and a Christic. But Tate getting spotted in the corner. He got triple tapped by those lights. He has to hide immediately. Kitten is going to drop down onto Oliver. But the lights need to make their play here. This is a very interesting strategy. Oliver might die before SV can save him though, and in come the lights. They're sneaking around. One finds Tate. But yeah, Oliver's just dying too fast for this to work. Horizon's coming through the middle as well. Tate gets picked, though. Tate was peeking a little bit too much, and he goes down. Oliver is picked. SV have an overmatch up top. They do get the kill on the Patton. The 50B, though, clipping out Wyvern. That's a very big clip right there. So Arepa and Albino are going to have a nice fight here, but Sarah will help farm out Albino. Triple Lights are going to push the Tank Destroyer, though. Where is Cayman? Click on him right here. He's going to have 3 light tanks on him. Going to be tough for him to survive it. And while SV is down on the tanks right now, they're down on the HP right now. They definitely have initiative over on this side of the map. Only problem is while the rest of their team is abandoning this side, you know, it's a 4v4. They are able to get that kill. So they focus 3 tanks on the Hori, but they lose their 1 tank over there. Horizon, though, he's still pretty healthy. It's actually going to be quite challenging for Kitten to make a play over here. The nice thing for Kitten is they don't have to. They grab the B base, so things are actually just fine for them. SV are in a bit of a situation where their 3 lights are left alive in the endgame, which is great for them. However, they're quite soft. Becalejo's a 2 or 3 shot, and Shots is a 1 tap, so he needs to play especially carefully. However, Myth on full health, going to be rotating all the way across the other side of the map, see what he can identify, and he does find the 50B, so that's really good information. You don't want to shoot that, buddy. Okay, he shoots it. And actually he spots Mist as well. I wouldn't think a Myth would want to give his position away, but he does, and that might put him in danger with that 50B. We will see how that goes. Over on the other side, though, what is Sarah doing? Sarah gets shot by Shots once. And what is Myth's position looking like? He was able to back out just fine. He is spotted, though. The 50B is making his move into Bacalejo and Shots. Myth still hanging out over there. He did take a hit. But yeah, in comes the 50B. He might actually be able to clear Shots and Bacalejo here. He's spotted. Yeah, Shots is dead. He knows he's dead. He has to drive either forwards or backwards, and you definitely don't want to be driving in a way that the 50B can shoot you. So Mista puts in 1 shot. Can he put in another? Looks like no. Shots is able to survive just a little bit, but there is Sarah. Where's Sarah? I don't see where Sarah is at. Am I blind? Bacalejo's not in a good position. Sarah got the kill from over there. And things are starting to fall apart a little bit for SV. They have the HP technically with Horizon. The question is, can SV get the kill on Aukristic? Stratmaker, Bacalejo. A little bit scared to peek it, though. In comes Myth. Myth is going to be the one looking for the kill. There's Mista, though. Myth gets the kill. Bacalejo now to shoot Mista, but he doesn't have it. Mista misses the shot, though, to kill Myth. Myth misses the shot as well. What is going on, guys? This light tank play is very sus. Sarah's here to help out. Horizon needs to put in a kill shot. Mista gets that one. Horizon will get his kill shot. Now it's a one-on-one between Horizon and Sarah. But Arepa Light is hanging out as well. He's just up top. I didn't even notice him. Arepa's still up here as well. You gotta get your gun in the game at some point. Horizon gonna obviously just try to focus on this 1v1, but Sarah's in a really nice position to take this. Is actually looking quite good for Kitten right now. Arepa is still chilling out, just waiting for Horizon to back up a little bit more. You might as well get your gun in the game at this point. It's not really any use over there. Sarah misses a shot. Horizon's pushing forward. Maybe into the gun of Arepa. Yeah, he does. There's Arepa. Horizon trying to go for the face hug, realizing that he can't do that while staying in... You're staying away from Arepa's gun, so he's going to back up a little bit, activate the reactive, and use the building here. He's going to take another hit, though, if he keeps backing up, so he can't go too far. The 1v1 continues. Arepa's looking for a shot, but not moving. If you're Arepa here, you have Sarah telling you exactly where that Emily's looking, so there's no reason to just hide. You know exactly where that Emily's looking, so you can make a play. They're circling around here, and again Horizon exposing himself. He knows where the concept is, and he actually gets the kill there. Good shot from Horizon, but Sarah putting in one more shot, making Horizon a 1-tap, and it all comes down to this face hug here. Horizon puts in the shot, no, not able to pen it, and Sarah gets the kill. Horizon not able to clutch up that 1v2. That was incredibly close, but that extra shot from the concept definitely helped out. That was a very nice game to watch. Coming down to an intense tiebreaker. And Kitten just barely holding on. It was a nice set. And guys, that was just the first set of today. We'll see how the rest of the sets go. But that was a very good one. Sarah on top with 4.5k. Not choking the 1v2. Kitten to move on to the winner's side. SV played it well. I like the creative triple light strat, but some very sussler light tank missing shots at the end definitely hurt them a lot. It hurt Kitten too. Kitten almost lost that game because Mista missing the 1 kill shot. He could have gotten picked off a lot easier. Man, that was a great game. GG's. Anyway, as for the next set, should be at 9:50 Eastern is my guess. The other set's not happened yet, but if I click on Kitten, will it show? Yeah, 9:50. But maybe the other set's still going on as well. Dang, is 11 straight still happening? That would be crazy. I'm gonna refresh the website. We can take a look at the brackets. I thought this would be one of the last sets, especially with a couple games taking a long time. But I guess there was the 1 2-minute game that definitely accelerated things. Okay, here we go. So yeah, Love Straight is still fighting. The other side, Toma over Rejects. Dang, Toma's performing quite well, guys. Toma doing a nice job sending Rejects down to the loser's side, and Evany 3-1 over 0. So 0 Rejects facing elimination. Here it's SV, the loser of the Straight Love set. Toma and Evany will fight in the upper bracket finals for a shot at Grands, and Kitten's already earned their spot as well. So that is how things are going. Go ahead and to the in-game scene now. Give me 1 sec to configure something. We're good to go. Let's play some games. Have time for a couple. Let me make sure, see if there's any replay redeems. Or not. Cool. Alright. Let's get it. I haven't played any 10v10 since it started, so this will be my first game of that. I don't know how good the Panzerwagon will be in it, so maybe not the tank that I want to play. But light tank in 10v10 does sound pretty fun. You know what, let's go filthy. I feel like camping a little bit, you know. If we have to play survivable in 10v10, then I will run the Ho-Ri. Play in the back. Try to stay alive. I shut off face game real quick. Grab myself another drink. Concept clutch of the game. That was a really good shot at the end. Definitely helped. Alright, we're on the Hellas. I mean, I guess the obvious play is to just sit right here. That's what I will do. I could also go red line over there. We have our 183 playing here. I still think I want to as well. Could also play forward up here, but I may not want to do that. Ooh, our 183 got spotted. I've got better camo though, so I'm not lit. Unlucky. Don't know where that shot went, but it's fine. I mean, I know where it went, I just don't know why I didn't pen. Okay, I have to be careful. I am not good at playing turretless tanks. I'm being trolled, guys. Ho-Ri does not love me. Ho-Ri does not love me. That one hit. Go. Let's head out on the heavy side. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot out of being over here. Can I shoot? If I don't have an angle, I have to make one. I spotted. I am. Nice. $60 moved. Smart play. Do I have something to sneak in over here? Don't think so. Somehow we lost our motion. This guy's I thought he was going to bounce his full clip. That would have been hilarious. Thought we were doing good on the med side, but maybe I need to help that out. Okay. Nice. Saw that 183, I'm scared now. So I'm just gonna back up. Don't know if I'm still lit or not. I am. He max rolls me as well. I think he just got relit, yeah. It's tough. I think I'm gonna run around. Don't really want to fight those guys pushing up over here. Not really my thing, personally. Oh, I know their Ho-Ri is really low. Dang, didn't have the Vickers. I should have looked for him. Yeah, this is gonna be a tough win. I have something here. 183 does, that's good. Because I didn't get spotted. That's big. Dang. Then that was really bad. Their light's still alive. Alright. Sweaty game. I'm just scared that Vigor's flanking me. Yes. Nice. This 50M is really helping clean up here. This is W. And the 120 grabbing B is also quite nice. Now, I am not able to one-shot their Vickers, so this is a little scary. We got off B. Why? Why? No. Our 50M's killing himself. He's driving around the Vickers, oh boy. Made him a one-shot, though. That's big. 120 could get the kill. Oh, Vickers shoots HE for some reason. Why? Oh my goodness. Thankfully my team clutched up. It was a good game though. I don't have much chat or much time. I don't know if I can play another game because that was long. Maybe I don't play TD. I play something more aggressive. Still though, 50M and I did carry. They're cheating at a really good game. I don't know that username, but it's reasonably decent. Let's play a more aggressive tank. I don't know. Type 71. That sounds fun. Got my new drink. It is some Arnold Palmer. There's a little bit left. And you play the IS-7, right? I'm not much of an IS-7 player. It's kind of struggles right now, so if you're not doing well, I can't really say I blame you, because it's not the best tank. Gun handling really struggles. Love the channel. What a kind individual. Thank you, Anarchy141. And Dysphoric Smile. I want to play aggro heavy side, so that is what I will do. He's gonna cap, I'm gonna cross. I don't care what happens. Yeah, someone else is in that C base. Yes. I can hold this, but it's not an easy hold. We have two bases though, that's nice actually. That's good. You get a high roll on me, but my roll is even higher. I couldn't turn fast enough. I saw him. And he gets punished for it though. Okay, I was gonna turn myself for him, so now I don't have to do that. Dang, that shot on exactly where I wanted. This was not the right spot, I guess. Let's get this punish. Things are not looking great for us, but I'll do what I can. Bro, why is he able to play like that? What a weirdo. Good. Not bad. I had to play forward. That Rhino was just able to farm me somehow. GG though. Don't think we're gonna be winning this one, sadly. You lost on the side of the map. Well, we get our invite to the next room soon, so I'm not going to do anything. Just gonna hang out. We'll get our invite in a minute. I guess we can really quickly check the bracket. So I'll refresh the website. Say Arizona, yes. Sup, Duck? Alright. Results are in. Love a defeat straight in the tiebreaker. So Kitten Love we are about to see. And we already knew this one, so cool. Good stuff here. Kitten Love is the next set. Granted, I would have figured that out a minute later just by getting my invite. But we will wait for that and get things all set up. Yeah, Dominic, I really love their Arnold Palmer half and half. It's so good. It's like my favorite drink. Alright, and here we are. The room is out. Got Kitten on the left and Love on the right. The maps for this set will be Dynasty Pearl, Rockfield, and Oasis. Cool. Dynasty Pearl. Not my favorite map personally, but on competitive it is not bad. When I say I don't like it, I guess I mean like in randoms I don't like it, but in comp it's actually not a bad map. I kind of like it. And it's interesting. It's like not one of those maps where you can really just take a regular loadout. Usually you have to play it pretty heavy. At least that's what most teams tend to do. You occasionally see a med or a light. But even then, like the meds that play this map usually have to be pretty good at trading or have reasonable durability. Occasionally you'll see something else though. Give it another 30 seconds. Actually, no, really quickly, let's go ahead and show the 11 roster, because we have not shown them yet. So 11 is read by Celestial 1X, which is Mystikin. And we've got Need Not Chemo, Dubronx, HERSR, Andy Brachios, Brachidios, I guess I don't know, Andy. A gentleman whose account is that Button Zeta Mormonji. I think Zeta might be a new addition for Prove Your Skill 3. No, he was on there for PYS 2 as well. My bad. He's a former competitive player. You can see he's got a Rain avatar. He was on the Rain team for a little bit. Not exactly sure how unrusty he is. He might be a little washed. Maybe he's cleaned up his act. I don't really know. But he is on the team now. And here we go, guys. Kitten versus Elev. And I am noticing that Elev is... They have... Their clan logo, if we look at their clan logo, is this blue thing right here. So I'm going to see maybe if I can grab this. That's probably the clan logo that they want to use. So I'll try to grab that at some point. Let me actually really quickly take a picture of that. Okay, and I'll keep that for later. Cool. Alright, training time. Anyway, Dynasty Pearl. And I was hinting a little bit about how sometimes you see something different than the super heavy strategies. We are seeing one tank that doesn't really fit the mold, and that would be the Bat Chat. Kitten is running a Bat Chat here on Dynasty Pearl, which is an interesting choice. But, you know, these are the teams that are competing. Both of them are doing quite well in top 8 in terms of cups, so I'm not here to question what they're doing. It's just, it's different. I am curious to see how they use it. Elev is rocking double mouse, double VK, double MLE, and a 2 and 5B. The gentleman's been playing 2 and 5B a lot. He's been really good in farming tanks, so makes sense to put him in it. Kitten is rocking double VK and quad MLE. along with that bat chat that we already talked about. Knew it. I myself love Arizona tea. It's so good. I don't really drink a lot of like the unsweetened tea, like the black tea, that type stuff. For me, it's pretty much just the Arnold Palmer, but like that is enough to propel Palmer into, or to propel Arizona into like S tier drink, S tier company. So it's great. Definitely one of my favorites. Wait, 40 seconds left. Didn't run a prediction. Although it looks like Draconic did set it up, so thank you Draconic for doing that. And here we go, Dynasty Pro for map number 1. Excited for some Kitten 11 gaming. Both of these teams are locked to make top 8, because even if somehow they both do incredibly poorly, which really they can't because they're already like guaranteed top 3 in their group, both of them, they are number 1 and 2 in terms of cups of any teams remaining. I don't think that anyone could pass them without winning group overall, in which case their cups wouldn't even matter anyway, and it would still go to 11 Kitten. So these teams are virtually locked for top 8. Also, I need to correct myself at one point. I don't remember if I corrected myself midstream or if I haven't said this yet, but at one point I said Kitten they had made their first top 8 this season. This would be their first top 8, but they did make it in Blitz Masters Legends too, so I don't know if I mentioned that or not. I think I said it on stream, but in case I didn't, this is not going to be Kitten's first top 8. This will be their second. Looking at where the tanks are driving, Elev kind of splitting up a little bit. They have Celestia camping all the way in their spawn. He actually does get spotted and shot early on, and so does Sarah. But Kitten grabs the A base a little more quickly than Elev grabbing C, so they'll have the cap lead, but only temporarily. The question is if Kitten can reset B, and it looks like Tate can, and Alchristic Stratmaker can. And Mist is going to be doing that as well, so we are going to be seeing the B base being reset pretty continuously. However, Kitten is getting bled out a little bit for it. Sarah's taking another hit, Mist is taking some damage, Tate, and a Repelite, and Alchristic Stratmaker. So they're all taking some damage here. And Elev, they're putting some pretty heavily armored tanks into the B base, so they're not taking that much damage from HE. That being said, though, Zeta just took a good chunk as well. He's going to back out. It looks like Kitten have successfully defended the B base for now. Gentleman's trying to get some sneaky HEs there. He did a little bit of HE damage from his position here in the 205B. Sneaky spot where if you kind of back your turret up using this hill, you have enough height to barely just see the tops of those tanks. Of course, shots don't always go exactly where you aim them, but in general, like, you can see very clearly the tops of these tanks. That's a very nice shot right there. Beautiful damage. And yeah, so he's in a good position. But Kitten still has the cap lead. They are down a good chunk of HP though. That's mostly just because Olav has 2 mouse and Kitten has a bat chat, but still it's something to consider. Speaking of bat chat, he's rotating back into his own spawn. Mr. Cayman here. Not going to find anything quite yet. 11 is going to be rotating back into their own spawn as this occurs. Chemo has let himself, and maybe Cayman's going to see if he can shoot some shells in, but not quite easy to do that from back here. So there's a little bit of elevation difference that will protect Chemo from shots. Looks like HE starting to make some moves from a left, pushing forward, potentially being a bit of a bait here. Of course, that's what the mouse tend to do, is soak hit points for the team while everyone else crashes around from elsewhere. Chemo still in a sneaky position, potentially to grab B at a later time, but Kitten's not wasting any of their own time. They are immediately pushing towards the C area. They have found a Gentleman and Chemo. Repelite is going to be putting on that reactive. Somehow Chemo missing that shot despite, you know, the size of the MLE just being absolutely massive. Very difficult to miss that tank. Gentleman, though, he's always very good at farming with his 2 and 5B. Really good at using HE whenever he can, and he's going to continue putting shots in there. As I say that HE shot did not connect, but it is what it is. While Christic is able to get the pick on Chemo, Gentleman is going to be the next target, but Kitten sending 4 tanks that way might be a little bit excessive. Of course, you need to make sure the rest of your team is well supported. Although, while all that's going on, Alev had 4 tanks in the town, and they still allowed Sarah to get the kill on one of them. So Kitten's actually playing this one quite well. Gentleman is still being farmed out by 4 tanks. He will go down, but whose account is that? Will at least help out a little bit. Zeta does get picked over on this side as well, somehow. The kill happened over there. Yeah, Alev should not be dropping tanks when it's a 4v2 in the town. Or 4v3, whatever it was. Regardless, Alev should not be dropping tanks in that situation. So unfortunately, things are not going quite well for them there. Gentleman will fall to Christic after putting in one more shell. It'll be enough to bring the cap points to 1,000. And Kitten will take game 1 quite nicely. Good shot in there from Kitten, taking game 1. Mista on top with 4.2. Gentleman also farming at 4.2, but unfortunately the rest of the Alev team was not able to stay alive long enough to do anything. HERSR with an unfortunate 0 damage. That was a rough one. And then we saw Chemo missing the 1 shot on the side of the MLE. Only 640 from him, so tough game here from Alev, but we'll see if they can bounce back in game 2. Same thing. Spawns are swapping, and we are seeing another non-standard lineup from Kitten. They seem to not believe in the armor is the way on Dynasty Pearl, I guess. Double 95E6. Batchat stays. Stu and 5B Superconk. So only 2 super heavy tanks really with those MLEs. Alev is keeping 6 of them. They have the same exact lineup as last map actually, with the double mouse, double VK. So they seem to believe in it. Maybe just a little poor execution last game, but they can lock in now. Alev does have their subs in. They're spectating, so it seems like if Alev wanted to make subs, they could, but they're keeping in HERSR and Chemo despite having subpar games, which shows that Alev has good faith in their players despite, you know, small bad performances. It doesn't really matter too much because you can always make it up next game, so good on Alev for that. And here we go, guys, with game number 2. See if Alev can even things up. You don't want to go down 2-0 to start the upper bracket finals. That being said, the stakes aren't too high for these teams, so not a huge deal, but of course you don't want to be dropping sets that you don't have to because of all the banter that occurs. Here we are. Take a little drink there. Let's get it, guys. Game 2. Came in and not spotting C this time. He will go A. Rest of Kitten will push C. So it seems like what Kitten likes to do, send their light tank to spot one side and send all their heavies everywhere else. Makes a lot of sense because either your light tank finds them and your heavies can regroup, or your heavy tanks find them and can directly engage with the light tank flank. So not bad either way. Alev and Kitten tanks over on the C side are starting to spot each other, but it is definitely going to be Kitten with the base lead. Batchat grabbing A for free. Is he going to rotate back or flank around? Looks like it's a rotate back. Alev playing pretty defensive. They got a little bit of a trap set up potentially with Mormon and Celestia. Don't know if they're going to stick with it. It looks like Mormon's rotating out, but we're actually going to be seeing the double base B grab there from Kitten. HERSR is going to come around and be a little bit of a nuisance over on this side of the map, but does actually make it in only slow enough to not reset the B base. And it looks like Alev is not bouncing their shots on HERSR, so despite the tank being a mouse, being super troll, Emily's got reasonably good pen. She does bounce a shot from one of them there. And Sarah's going to try to get in front of Arepa, because Arepa's taken 3 shots in a row from the mouse, doing a good job of bleeding out the same target every time. And here comes the counter push from Alev. My voice just kind of gave out there a little bit. Counter push from Alev. Arepa did back out in time though, so he is fine. Sarah will be the focus fire target instead. Meanwhile, Kitten is going to farm out Gentleman to huge damage into Mista though. He just took 1300. Got completely triple tapped there. And Kitten, for some reason, is not bringing a tank around to help with killing Gentleman. Acristic 50M player probably should be looking that way, but instead focusing more on the mouse. So maybe a bit of a mistake here. Alev is able to sweep through the town, no problem. They grabbed A. Not even worried about stopping B at the moment. Gentleman's somehow able to stay alive. And I think this is a big mistake from Kitten not getting that kill. They should have had a tank to clean him up. They did not. And now he will be able to continue farming like he's very good at. And tanks are in slight favor of Kitten. It's 6 tanks to 5 at the moment. Kimon, whose account is that, should be able to get a kill over there. It's 5v5. Sarah should go down. Yeah, both of these 95v6s are incredibly low. But it is a 4v4, only briefly. Mista will put in one more shell, not able to get it on Chemo. Now a 3v4 as Acristic goes down, make that a 2v4. And so, despite Kitten having the tank advantage for a little bit, HP was really always in Alev's favor. And they finally did get the pick on Gentleman, but yeah, costly miss there for getting that kill. And overall, Kitten just was not able to sweep through the C side nearly as fast as Alev swept through A and B. So well played from them. They will even the setup at 1 game apiece. Game, I'm going to try to stay alive as long as he can, but really doesn't have a shot at winning this one, unfortunately. So much HP to chew through, while also, you know, stopping 4 tanks from taking the bases from you. Sit on A, and he will be able to steal that base, but while he's grabbing A, Alev should grab B, no problem. They'll have a tank to defend C if they really need to. But they've already made contact with Cayman here, so yeah, there we go. VK72 and MLE being tall enough tanks to just shoot the bat chat right over that little ledge in the middle. Very nice, a 1-1. We'll move on to our next map, Rockfield. I'm liking these are just some solid fundamental maps that we're seeing today. Rockfield and Dynasty for this set. Good stuff. The light tanks are going to be coming back into play. For Kitten, it will be Mista. For Alev, we will see. We're setting things up right now. Yeah, Rockfield's a nice solid map. I enjoy watching the gameplay. It's very simple, but it's still interesting. And there's a lot of cover and bushes and stuff that allow for some interesting plays to be made on occasion. Typically fights end in the same couple ways, but I still think it's an enjoyable map at least. Because it's all about deciding whether you want to rotate to the C side, rotate to the A side. Yeah, I think it's a fun one to watch. Pick my phone real quick. See how the guest situation is doing. I believe they are still here. So we will continue to commentate with our lowered volume. Hope you guys are okay with it for a stream. Mormon G gonna be rocking the light tank for Alev. We also have a Ho-Ri for them. Let's get it, y'all. Number 1. It will be Alev with Northwest and Kitten with Southeast. Interesting thing to note about the Alev roster, which you can't see right now because of the map intro, they don't have a single MLE on that team. They are rocking triple 2 and 5B. They have that Ho-Ri, they have the Super Conquer, and an IS-4. IS-4 are very common on this map. Surprising that Kitten's not running one. They're playing on the A side. The IS-4 is usually like a guaranteed tank to play on this side. It's really good at getting into the A bunker, not only because of its low profile, but also, especially because now it has super speed and it can get here without any issues at all. He is going to be able to step into the A base. For Kitten, they are going to be triple pushing their Emilys right around though. They are not interested in having a little bit of a shoot off here for the A base. They're just going to get right on into it. A Rippolite blocking a Christic Stratmaker's shot. Some unfortunate team play there, and Kitten were not able to get the big nuke into whose account is that they wanted to. They put in 2 shots, but having 3 big Emily shells could have been massive. Now Sarah, the Kitten, taking a lot of damage from Zeta's really nice 2 and 5B spot. And Cayman's trying to tell the Super Conks to move. Yeah, they're not really in a useful spot right now. They can't really bleed out whose account is that too much. They are going to look towards Zeta a little bit here, potentially. But Kitten's push on A not going too well. That being said, they are finally going to have angles on to the IS-4. He will go down in just a minute. Can't angle against everyone. Gentleman and Mormon G are doing a good job at farming over on the other side. Mista is going to temporarily put that on hold though, and it looks like Kitten was able to break through with their push. The Ho-Ri has been spotted. He's missing his shot. HERSR has taken a couple. Looks like Alev not quite connecting on all of their shots at the moment. Tate taking a ton of damage there, pushing forward in that Super Conk. Cayman's going to come around though. He should have the kill in HERSR. Does get it, so it is a 7v5. Things are looking okay. Alev is still farming with the Mormon G and Gentleman over there, which is interesting. Mesta still trying to be a pain in their side. It's not working out too well for Alev. I was just talking about how Kitten's push was struggling, and they are still having all 7 tanks alive, which is quite impressive here. Don't know if Gentleman still has shots, if he's still being effective from this position. It seems like he might be, but overall, despite Alev still having reasonable HP, they just don't have any guns left in the game, and so they're not able to get the kills that they need. Meanwhile, it is a 6v4. That being said, it's not over for Alev. They do have HP, and if they can get a couple kills, then it would work really well, but Alev do give up the C side. It's 1 kill from Gentleman. Mist is going to search down Mormon G. Is he going to get nuked? No, he's fine. He'll chase that down. Mormon is a 2-tap. Unless Mista shoots HE and somehow pens it. Chemo does find out Christic 50M. Mormon G's doing a great job at just kiting Mista around. This is actually quite funny to watch. And Gentleman's looking for a shot in there. I like how Mista's playing smart and not overextending. But Alev have actually brought it back. They now are up guns. They're up HP while being distracted here. Alev is having a really nice fight from this side of the map. 4v3 for Alev's favorite, and Gentleman's going to come in to clean up. Chemo with a shot. Gentleman will shoot. Stratmaker, no, doesn't quite connect, but Kitten had a good push here, but it got defended ultimately. Really good play from Zeta and Chemo for holding this side really well. A Mormon G and Gentleman coming from the other side, and now it's a 4v1. I was back and forth a lot this game. Originally it was like Kitten's push got shut down, then Kitten broke through with the push, but then they kind of did get shut down in the end by the defense. They were not able to push through. Mormon G barely grabbing the base there. Mista, despite having the faster shot, did not connect it. And now Mista stuck. Mormon G should win this light tank 1v1. Actually, they both reloaded basically at the same time. That could have been anyone's game, but Mormon G with a good kill at the end there. And Alev take game 3. Able to defend after all. I was a little bit distracted with Mista being kited around by Mormon G, which is also a great play, by the way. Was able to win that light tank engagement despite having only half the hit points. So that's some really good gameplay from him. And Gentleman was able to farm out just fine with 4.2. Good stuff. Game 4 now for Kitten and Alev. Does this game put 11 to Grands, or will Kitten tiebreaker it? Perfect golf announcer voice. Maybe I should do that, huh? Welcome to Stream Bass. I know a little bit about golf. I played it as a kid a little bit, just casually. Never been an amazing player. But I have swung a few clubs. Used to own a set when I was in like middle school, but as I grew older and larger, never really kept my clubs up. So I might still have that like set somewhere here in the basement, but I don't know. Anyway, game 4. Interestingly, Kitten's still not running the IS-4. Love will keep theirs. It's a pretty easy pick on this map, especially if you're playing A. But Kitten rocking triple MLE. Lev has 2. We're seeing a VK90 for Kitten. So they're running one tank that's slightly different than what you usually expect to see, but other than that, nothing crazy here. And just like that. I guess I never put it into the training room view. My bad, but not a big deal. It's fine. Let's get it. Game 4. Kitten's fully committing to C this time, not really sending anyone over to A. We'll just have potentially Keenan playing pretty far back. Just some defensive stuff. Maybe, actually, okay, so it looks like they will send Stratmaker over passively as well, is my guess. Meanwhile, LF, they're just sending A again. They are sending it with less tanks, and looks like they're going for a little bit of a boost play over here. Mormon G in the light, getting it boosted up to this sneaky position that you can use on a rock field. It's not a bad position, it's not always the most effective. You do give up a lot of map control when you do it, but not really a big issue because Kitten is kind of giving a leve without any problems at all. Now, both of these teams have experience. I'm sure that at some point, once Mormon G puts in a shot or two, Kitten will realize where he is, and yep, I think Mormon G might have put that shot into Cayman. They might know about the boost. They might already know. But, regardless, that was some good early bleeds from LF. LT on top, yep, he knows. That's good awareness from Kitten. And now they are aware of where they can push and where they can't push. They're exposing themselves to the T100. And he does have a nice view, but of course, yeah, the main issue is your light tank is not being utilized for doing what light tanks do. Just move around the map, gather info, and make flanking plays. Not that it's the only thing they can do, but you do lose that aspect of the tank while he's up there. At the moment, things are still pretty relaxed. Not a whole lot going on. Kitten taking another bleed. 518 from Zeta. Really nice HE there. Don't want to be bleeding in those light tanks. So that is a painful blow to the Kitten team. Makes the light tank 1v1 that much easier for Mormon G in the end game. We already saw Mormon G can defeat Mista while having half the HP. Now he has more. This one, I think Mormon G is HEing at 15 player. Yeah, I mean, he's shooting at him. He definitely knows that the light tank's up there. Obviously, Kitten already communicated that, but just making it more obvious at this point because they already know there's no reason to hide it at this point. Just sneak it. Now, Kitten does have the cap lead, so they can relax, and that's one thing that Alev is missing, is they've got a light tank all the way back there for when they do eventually want to push. Also, HERSR looked like he was dropping down to potentially make a B grab, but he was spotted. So Kitten knows that there is a potential for Alev to step B here. They will need to make some sort of play to defend it. Cayman and Arepolite have been spotted over on the A side. This seems to be where Kitten want to attack the Alev team, but Mormon G is farming quite nicely from back there, and Zeta also putting in shots. Alev will end up stepping the B base. Kitten does not have a defense set up, so Alev shoving in through the middle, putting a lot of pressure on the Kitten team, grabbing the space. The question is, do they back out now that they have it? Looks like Gentleman is. Celestia not quite. Or maybe just crafting a different angle, not 100% sure. Kitten stops A though, so that does give them the cap lead back, and definitely Love cannot afford to back out at this point. They have a really nice farm on Sarah in the middle with Gentleman, Celestia, and HERSR. They get that kill no problem. Chemo stopping the C base. Things are looking quite well. Mormon G has even dropped down to help out. Flanking around the seaside would be quite helpful to them. Light tank driving like this is kind of crazy though. He could just get completely tapped here. Looks like he's just trying to cover Chemo. But that's a very Sussler position to take. Although it doesn't seem to matter too much because Kitten doesn't have enough tanks to punish it. Tate will go down here. He's got a dead driver, dead loader, all that. He's completely chunked here. Mormon G may fall to miss stuff. Not able to sneak that shot in. Gentleman even trying to go for a ram kill, not able to do it. HERSR dies on the other side of the map. That base is in Kitten's control. But 980 caps for Lev, 990 and 1000. Something that Kitten could do about C or B there. So they were able to take it. Of course, they were winning a lot on the tanks and HP anyway. But the caps seal it before anything else could happen. So Lev with a nice push in the middle, able to take it last second. Kitten was not grouped well enough to defend the push. And those really good bleeds from Elev into the A area also helped out as well. And that's that. Elev 3-1 over Kitten. So congrats to them. They have qualified into Grand Finals. Kitten will play the team that just lost the previous set. I'm going to go ahead and get that set up and take a look at the bracket and move on to the next one. Okay, that set up. And as for the teams that are playing, looks like Straight defeated SV 3-0, so SV having a rough one today. After taking Kitten to tiebreaker, a very nice set, losing it to Straight. So we will see Straight playing against Kitten in just a moment here, y'all. I haven't seen a whole lot of Straight, but we'll see how they play. Over on the other side, Toma over Ebony. They are just continuing to have a stellar performance. They beat Ebony yesterday, and they're doing the same again today. Putting themselves in grands, they have definitely earned enough cups to overtake 3-2-2. Not that there was any doubt. The main scare for Toma would be if Rejects were to somehow beat Ebony and then beat Toma, then Rejects would make top 8 over Toma. Or in this group, if Straight were to somehow win it. That's the only chance that Toma gets knocked out, is if one of the teams that's not already in top 8 on points wins. So if it were Straight, SV, 0 Rejects. But conveniently, those were all the teams that lost the first sets. So they're not doing too hot. That's how the brackets are, guys. Love are in grands and Toma are in grands. Good stuff. Anyway, we can show the training room now. We're on a Lagoon. And of course, we should probably introduce the Straight roster here. So we'll check out their team led by I'm Clear. They've got X, they've got Vision, Whitetails, Dark Magician Mac, Kool-Aid, Dark Magician Firefly, Dark Magician Girl, Hyper, and Goonlord. So this is their roster for Preview Skill 3. Solid roster in my opinion. We'll see how they play. Of course, this is do or die for them. If Straight do not win this set, then they do not make top 8. So everything is on the line for them. Kitten is quite safe. And if they win this set, no, Kitten is fully safe. There's nothing really that can kick them out of top 8 at this point. 34 streaming in the library, pretty much, yeah. Now I have guests over and can't be allowed, unfortunately. Token of participation. The teams that have already qualified, Orlando, teams that qualified through Preview Skill 1 and 2, they are already in and they don't have to play anymore. So they're done. I haven't seen Joker play since Preview Skill 1. Anyway, looking at the lineups here, double 50 for Kitten, but triple for Straight. Dark Magician Girl is known for some silly, maybe not silly, just some non-conventional lineups. And triple 50M, I wouldn't really go so far as to call it that, but it is an interesting one. because they also have a T100, so 4 med/lights, complemented by 3 MLEs. Can also bring in 3 MLEs, but they will have an IS-4 and a 215B. 1 minute left until the set begins. The maps are going to be Lagoon, then Mayan Ruins, and if it comes to a tiebreaker, that will be on Naval Frontier. If you guys are excited for this one, get your predictions in if they're not already. And we'll see. Kitten has fought straight several times over the course of the previous skill. I guess I do briefly want to draw that to attention, so I'm going to do that. Click on Kitten Tournament History Preview Skill 3 and matches. They played here we go. Played them in Group 1, or Day 1, and in the first stage. They play them in second stage, and now they're playing them again in third stage. So this will be the 4th time that these teams have played. Every single one Kitten has defeated. We'll see if this one is any different. And here we go, guys. Let's go ahead and introduce Lagoon. Get a little sip of my drink in. Let the intro roll. And then we roll. You guys can't see it. 30. Oh, there you go. Kool-Aid saying 34 with a heart in the chat. Kool-Aid, the GOAT. Old competitive player for Leverage, among other teams. Good addition to the straight roster. Will it be enough for them to make top 8? We will find out. They've got a tough path ahead of them. They'd have to beat Kitten and Elev to make it. But it is not impossible. What's straight strat here with their 50M games? Looks like they did sub one out for a VK72, so not quite the triple that was originally seen. But the 50M sweeping through the middle, actually. They find IS-4 and MLE immediately, as well as the VK72. All of those shots missed. Straight put 3 shots into Aukristic Stratmaker, but it wasn't until the 4th that they dealt any damage, so their little element of surprise there is unfortunately ran out. And immediately we are seeing a rotation back from Tate and Cayman. And DM Firefly does get spotted here. Spots Cayman as well, and realizing that he probably wants to back out. Can Cayman sneak in a shot? I don't think so. Kitten does have the base lead. They stepped C well before Straight grabbed the A base with their T100, so at the moment, Straight will have to make a play of some kind. They have Kool-Aid and Whitetails kind of stuck in the middle, though. Wouldn't fully say stuck. They can get out, but they'll take a little damage to do that. Double tap here, not quite. One of the shots missed, but Kool-Aid does take a hit. Honestly, that's not too bad for getting straight out of that position. They're rotating back into their spawn. Kid has good info, though. They know where pretty much everyone is from the Straight team. One of the 50M's unspotted, as well as the T100. But other than that, you can clearly tell by the trend of where everyone's going what Straight's play is. Straight did a good job of bleeding out their IS-4, though. Stratmaker is on half of his HP. But in come the 50M's. Kitten's fully prepared for it, though. Look at their 50M's. They're looking straight at them. Mac and Firefly pushing in anyway, though. I'm clear supporting. And just like that, Tate and Arepa should be able to bleed out Firefly a good amount as well. They're going to be counter pushing through the middle. At least Tate is. And Cayman also in a sneaky position back in the 2 and 5B. Straight's push is being shut out immediately. Firefly was able to back out a little bit. 50M player in the MLE might be able to help out a little bit. But Mac has been caught out. He's perma-tracked. Tate does get the kill there. Mac, Firefly both go down. Straight will get their first kill on 50M player. T100 from Straight. X is actually able to farm out quite nicely against Repelite here. Doing some good damage. Not able to sneak another one in, though. Straight needs to get that pick. Goonlord missing the kill shot, though. And Kool-Aid taking some time to grab the B base before pushing in. Straight's not out of it yet. They're down on the HP, they're down on the tanks. But they have opportunities with that T100 LT being flexible in the end game. And a Repelite does get picked. Sarah gets the kill on clear. But Stratmaker goes down as well. It's a 4-on-4 endgame. The T100 being there is nice. However, good job from Kitten putting shots into him. You definitely don't want to give the T100 HP full HP on the endgame, so that would be difficult to deal with. Cayman's going to push into Kool-Aid. If I'm Cayman here, do I just shove Tails? Could just shove Tails and have Tate do it as well, but doesn't seem like that's what Kitten wants to do. They're going to play it tactfully. Sarah taking a position against X here, pushing him out. Cayman's just going to chase him down as well, yeah. That T100 LT, definitely the most dangerous tank in the endgame, and so Kitten is making sure that they shut him down quickly. They did lose a tank of their own on the other side, but killing that T100 was pretty big for them. Problem is they're now down a tank. Tate McRae should have the kill on Tails, making it a 2v2 where Kitten has solid positions. Kool-Aid's really not in the best spot to help out. Tate's just going to drive through the middle, take the free shot from Kool-Aid here. If I'm Tate, maybe I shoot Kool-Aid and allow Sarah to get the kill, but Tate's just going to push into Goonlord. He is too high HP to get killed by that shot alone, and you just need to be able to pen a face-hugging VK72. Does he get it? Does get it, able to just back up. Kool-Aid going to go for a 1v1 against Sarah to Kitten, who might have the reload there. Can you pen it, though? Bounces the shot. Kool-Aid might get the kill there. Will Tate be able to sneak the shell in to get the kill, though? The answer is yes, taking the time to aim it in. Coming down to the very last shot. Scary play there by Tate, honestly. Could have just switched down to Kool-Aid without having too many issues, but risking it for the biscuit. Doesn't matter, though. I forgot to reset the score from the last set. My bad. Kitten do take game one, though. Well played, well played. A very close one. We're having some really good sets today, guys. I'm enjoying myself. I know that you are, too. What's up, SL Pooge? Welcome to the stream. Mia's in here. Hello, hello. Rain players don't play anymore. Yeah. I don't know any Rain player that still plays, like, actively. Like, I know there's some that play every once in a while. Gentleman, I'm not exactly sure how active he is. Maybe he is still very active, but, like, your main team player is really not at all. Fatness was kind of the last one. On to game 2. Guys, I fixed the scoreboard, don't worry. People are probably going to be commenting that for the next 3 minutes. Is it the delay? It's fine. Don't worry about it. Game number 2. Straight keeping the lineup a lot more simple this time. Actually, I just thought about that. Straight's crazy lineup last game could have worked if only they had hit one of their shots in the opening game. Things could have gone completely differently, but they missed those first 3 shots all in a row for free on that IS-4. So that's tough. Tough for them. Things could have played so differently. Anyway, for game 2, lineups are a lot more standard for both sides. Quad MLE for Straight, 3 for Kitten, both teams with 1 light tank. And here we go with game 2. Love how even though all 7 players on each team are completely set, there's still a little bit of matchmaking time. I just think that kind of funny. There you go. X is going to spot center for Straight. Mista not doing any of that stuff, not worried about it for the Kitten team. He might be going for a quick A grab. I'll stop in a bush. No, he doesn't really stop. He's just trying to be a little bit careful before he makes a play, just in case Straight happens to be hiding around over there. Clear pushing pretty far forward, but Kitten's actually aggressing into B, and Straight missing their reset shots. Lord and Clear both missing. And a double tap into Clear. Was that a triple tap? Does actually allow Straight to grab the base. And they grabbed... allowed Kitten to grab the base, and they grabbed A as well for free, so Kitten has 2 bases before Straight has 1. Kitten is just going to hold on to the middle here. They've got 3 tanks in good positions. Whereas staying in the center isn't something you want to do forever, and it looks like Kitten's actually not going to be holding there. They're going to turn around and flank through. Potentially have a pick on Goonlord, but he's pretty well supported from clear tails, Firefly, X. So not a clear push. Not that Kitten has to make a push, because you don't. You've got 2 bases. Puts an immense amount of pressure on Straight to make a play. And what is the play that they want to make? Not entirely easy for them to do right now. They kind of don't have a whole lot of map, because Kitten has a little bit of a stronghold over in the C area, a little bit further back. They've got even info into Straight's own spawn, not a whole lot. Mr. Spots X, though, doesn't get lit in return. You'll have the drop on X if he chooses to push forward, but looks like X is not going to do that. It's just sneaking in another bush, playing very sneaky scary here. But looks like Straight may make a play here eventually. X puts a shot into Mist after taking the first one. But Kitten is taking some initiative over here, and I think this might be an overextension potentially from Sarah. Straight could counter push through the middle here. They're just electing not to do that because Kitten's putting pressure over on C. Dark Magician Mac actually in trouble. That's the wrong one. Right here. Tune 5B. And MLE making the play. Over in the middle, looks like Kitten has united their tanks together to push back Tails and Goon. Mista also with a nice angle here. I don't know what happened to X. X took a ton of damage and I didn't quite see it, but he is already a one-shot. An unfortunate play there for whatever happened to him. Kitten gets a kill on Mac, get a kill on Goonlord. Their MLE push is looking quite strong. Mista probably going to try to hunt down X whenever he gets spotted. At the moment he is not. There's the light, and yeah, Mista probably wants to chase him down after getting this kill on clear. He'll take 1 more damage. No, actually sneaking around clear there. Very nice. Next might have a kill in the Super Conk. Does sneak that in. But Cayman's going to get that kill. Firefly will fall. And Kitten having no issues taking game 2 as well. The double base grab and putting pressure onto Straight's reset tank is quite nice. And that's game 2 going to Kitten as well. Will we see a sweep? The last 3 times these teams played in this previous skill, Straight put at least 1 game up. In the majority of the sets, they actually went to tiebreaker. So if that's any indication, Straight needs to have a very strong Mind Runes to keep that up. But Kitten's looking pretty solid with this set, gonna be honest. What is the play here for Mind Ruins? Looks like Straight's play is pretty standard set of tanks, nothing crazy. Excuse me. Kitten also relaxed. It is a little nice that at least this meta, it's not like it's the same 2 tanks being played and nothing else. I mean, obviously in every meta you know what tanks to see and not see, but in stuff like the Type 71 meta, you'd be seeing 5, 6 Type 71s on each team every game. It was kind of ridiculous. At least with this current meta, there's a little bit of variety. Same with like the 113 GFT meta, you would see like 5 of those per team. And now, well, yes, there are some games where you'll see 4 or 5 MLEs. There's at least like pretty consistently some other tanks that are used, like 50M, 2 and 5B, some IS-4, some Super Conk. So the tank diversity isn't terrible. Of course, your T100 LT, occasional Panzerwagon, and then you have your role-playing tanks such as like Concept 1B, VK90, VK72, stuff like that. IS-7 very occasionally. Apparently Object 260 as of yesterday, but I think that was a fluke. Anyway, let's introduce Mind Runes, which is the next map. Any other tanks that we've seen? I'm sure there are some. Chieftain a little bit. Oh, if you're Origin. That is really interesting to see that Origin are really the only team that's using a lot of Ori. We saw a tiny bit today, maybe 1 game, 2 games, but Oregon runs a ton of them. I think in the 3rd day previous skill, Korra was running one almost every game, if not every game. So, depending on the team, I guess. Anyway, Straight is making a play with their IS-4 directly into the B base. IS-4 still has its use, of course. It is most commonly used really in 2 times, and that is the A base at Rockfield and the B base at Mayan. Very consistently the tank to do that job. Straight going to be pushing through on the A side, though. They're sweeping right across. And they'll have a nice crossfire on a Repelite, but a Repelite's going to take a position to make that a lot more difficult for Straight. Sneaking in there, and he'll be able to trade with X there. Although, what is awkward is the Repelite's just kind of giving his side up like that, and not just facing X. Taking a little bit of time to get into a good position. A little bit nervous of being bled out on the left. He keeps looking that way, but if there's no tanks there, you don't have to worry about the tank that you do see before you worry about the tanks that you don't. So he's being very cautious about it, but it's unfortunately not working too well for Repelite. That being said, Kitten is able to bleed X out a good bit with Sarah the Kitten as well, who's able to help get that kill. And Straight really didn't support X at all there. Tails clear, Firefly, not doing a whole lot about it. Instead, they're trying to counter push into the triple 50Ms that Straight sent around on the flank. Kool-Aid taking a good amount of damage there. He's going to try to get his tank in the fight, but no one else came with him. He just kind of threw his own tank away here. Unfortunately, he's now permatracked. He's going to die. Straight did not commit fully to this counter push. And now Mac's dead. He put in like 1 shot, maybe. Kitten will counter push in the middle. But look, it came in the rear. Here's going to have a nice farm on Tails. Takes a lot of damage there. Repelite is still alive, only getting killed now. That's the first kill for Straight. Yeah, things are not looking too good for them. They lose Tails, 6v3. Clear is surrounded. He's the next target easily. Even giving his rear to Cayman, who puts in a nice HE for that. No, that was actually Tate stealing that kill. I didn't see what Kitten said in the chat there. I don't know if it was something nice or something that wasn't nice, but this is going to be a 3-0 sweep for Kitten onto Straight. The first time we've seen that happen in his previous skill. But unfortunately, it is the reality here. And while the first 2 sets were quite competitive and I enjoyed watching them, this set was not quite that. So congrats to Straight for a solid performance overall in Blitzmaster's New Horizons. But that is the end of your tournament run. See y'all next time. Whenever that next time may be, because we don't know. So unfortunately, Straight not able to qualify for top 8 today. Their only chance was to win their bracket, and they were not able to. And we will get right into our next match here, guys. But before that, I'm going to load the brackets. So we'll let that website do its thing. Over here we've got 11 on the left, Kitten on the right. Spoilers, that's the grand finals. It's the only 2 teams left. For the website, come on. You can show this. We saw this set just now. On the other side, Ebony Rejects are still fighting. So we will see if Rejects is able to keep their hopes alive. Rejects at this point, this is the only team that can disrupt top 8. And that's only if they beat Ebony and Toma back to back. And if they do both of those things, then Toma is out and Rejects is in. And if Rejects loses to either of these sets, then top 8 will be the 4 winners from PYS 1 and 2, plus 11 Kitten, plus Toma Ebony. So Rejects is, at the moment, in charge of their own destiny. They win 2 sets, they are in. They had a tough time in tiebreaker against Toma, so they're clearly competitive enough with Toma. Toma's a team that defeated Evany more easily than they defeated Rejects, so Rejects does have a good fight here. But we will see how the results show when they show. I think I can show the regroup now. We can do that. Okay, I was 5 seconds too early. Whatever. No big deal. A new bay is going to be the first map for Grand Finals. After that we have Yukon, and a tiebreaker will be back on Rockfield. We'll see if the tiebreaker is forced for this set. In winners finals, it was a 3-1 for Olev. Now, normally in a PYS 3, you might say that the stakes are high because the winner qualifies and the loser might not make it, but both of these teams are safely inside of top 8 on their cups. So really this set has no stakes at all. Especially because your performance in these preview skills versus having cups has no bearing on any top 8 seeding, because top 8 is independent of seeding. It's the full round robin. Every team will fight every other team, and seeding does not have any effect. So really this set has it has zero stakes. There are zero consequences to this set. It affects nothing. So enjoy a nice exhibition between Olev and Kitten. And if you guys want to watch the sets that are super important, then y'all will have to go check out Voltus's channel, as he is streaming the other group at the moment. Currently they are in the middle of the Evany versus Reject set, so if you guys want to check that out, go ahead and do that. I'm actually curious. He's probably got a lot more views right now because more people are interested in that set. I think his channel's also much bigger than mine, so he probably has more views regardless. Yeah, he's got a good chunk of people watching. Very nice. Yeah, go sub to Voltus. He's a Spanish content creator. It looks like his chat is popping right now. Very cool. And anyway, that's about all I have to say for the state of the tournament. As for this set in particular, looks like we're seeing 5 Emilys from Olev. I was just talking about how there's a little bit more tank diversity in this meta than in others, but 5 Emilys from Olev, okay, whatever. They proved me wrong. And a Kron and an Effie. New Bay map where you do tend to see some larger tanks to clog up the pushing lanes. In previous metas, a mouse would do that job, but now the Olev really does the job of a mouse, so there's that. Kitten, they will at least try to bring a semblance of that old meta into this with double German super heavies. Those are going to be VK72s though. They will also run a Kron to oppose Andy. And a 50M as well. Let's go ahead and introduce New Bay and get this set started. Grand Finals for PYS 3. Better for you being limited how many tanks the type could use, more than 3 heavies, 3 meds, etc. I disagree with that, Venomous. I think that there's no reason for a team to be restricted in a tournament like this. If what you're trying to do is have the best possible, like, you know, performance, then you can't really restrict teams. If there were a tournament like that, it could be, I mean, interesting, I suppose, but I think that should be something more on the side than a main, you know, tournament, personally. That's just my opinion, though. I guess we did see in, like, World Tanks PC that sometimes tournaments would be, like, a tier limit of 68, so that, the tiers would all add to 68. So right now, there's 7 tier 10s, it adds to 70. So you would be forced to either play, 6 tier 10s and a tier 8, or 5 tier 10s and 2 tier 9s. So that was interesting. I should probably stop talking about that. Olev are going for a crazy, sneaky push around here with 3 MLEs. Kitten was ready for it, double tapping Celestia with the double VK72s, rocking a tungsten. And Celestia's getting nuked. Nice shot from 50M player right through the HP sharing of Mormon G and Zeta. And Kitten already have a very nice bleed out, especially with Cayman here. However, Hemo is rushing Cayman, so kind of keeping that aspect away from Alev, so at least Alev did think that through. However, their push is still being faced quite well by Kitten. Although their VK-72 does go down quite quickly, Kitten were able to get the kill on the Kron Vaughn up top. Rippolite and Mista going to be coming right back into the fight. They'll probably go for whose account is that. Cayman having a little bit of a 2v1 here against Gentleman and Chemo. I didn't see Gentleman sneak around there. But Christic Stratmaker reloading his clip as much as he can before coming around here to cause a little bit of chaos to this Alev push as Sarah and Tate take out Mormon G. Stratmaker now has a full clip to put into Celestia 1X, along with the Repolite sneaking in there as well. And you don't want to fire that third shot quite yet. Yeah, you want to hold that, because you're not going to be able to get the kill on Zeta right away, so don't kill your DPM entirely. Yeah, reload those shots just a little bit here. And Zeta actually just barely staying alive. He does get the kill, or Zeta gets the kill on a Repolite. The push is going reasonably well. Alev is trying to back out, and Kitten trying to sneak a kill in. Tate, though, not able to find the shot. He's going to get double tapped to go down as well. So good micro from Alev, keeping Zeta alive. Mista's fighting whose account is that, but it looks like whose account isn't... No, he is looking at it. I was going to say he could probably just help out with Sarah here, which would be quite effective, but no, going to look elsewhere. Chemo does get the kill on Stratmaker, and Alev are looking to take game 1 here. Mista will likely have this kill, but will he be able to find another? Will be difficult. Not unwinnable, though. Lots of one-taps for Alev. But Zeta sneaking in a really nice shot. That was very impressive. Mista's just going to hold his little side scrape here. Puts one into Gentleman, who misses his shot. Now all of a sudden he is facing 2 one-shots and a 2-shot. Gentleman sneaking that shot in, though, and Mista missing his own. That's tough. He's going to get the kill on Zeta. No, a low roll with that reactive. And that shuts down Mista's little fortress there. Did a good job of side-scraping off of that Emily, but when you're fighting against 3 coordinated, strong players that are communicating with each other, it's very difficult to fight that, no matter how good the circumstances looked. Because in theory, Mista had plenty of HP to deal with all 3 of them, and some of them were one-shots, so could have gone well, but good plays from Alev, putting their high HP tank in the front. And also good micro from them on their trades, out trading Mista as well. So Alev take game 1. Was a good fight overall, though. I like how Alev accounted for, you know, the defensive position that Cayman took in his 2 and 5B. Because that alone could have shut down Alev's push entirely if there was no pressure on Cayman. But again, Alev accounted for it. They're smart. They played it well. We'll see spawns swap. And there are 2 or 3 VKs for Alev. Maybe 4. Maybe they're just putting Zeta in it instead of Chemo. No, they'll keep 3. 2 IS-7s, so we're seeing another bit of a niche tank. Rom. Remains for Kitten. Alev takes theirs out in favor of all them gays. Gentleman keeping the 2 and 5B, though. He's been rocking it pretty much all day. Been playing quite well in it. Very solid mechanical player. Kitten's going to need to fight a lot harder here, though. They had a nice set just previously. Of course, against straight 3-0. But now they're facing Alev, who got their number in the previous set that these two had in the winners finals. Let's get it. Let's see how Kitten does in this game. They bring a light tank to the fight, which Alev does not have. So it could be a sneaky little tool to use, but we will see how effective it is. Let's see things from Kitten's perspective in this opening game. Curious to see what the T100 does actually. Let's go here. Is he ramping or is he fast grabbing A? Looks like trying to get some info using a bush before grabbing A. Alev grabs C. That definitely tells Mista that he's probably good to step forward here. IS-7's from Alev. One of them's grabbing the base, the other taking some real estate here. Love will try to prevent the B base. So they've grabbed C, they have the cap lead. And yeah, in sneak the IS-7s immediately. Zeta taking some shots. Looks like Kitten had a nice little angle going there, and Zeta getting lit on fire. Used his repair kit once and then got lit on fire after that, so that's tough for Zeta. Half of his HP is gone. 11, though, they grabbed the B base from under Kitten's nose. Kitten does not respond there, as most of their tanks were set up on top for that very nice bleed, which they hit. They definitely hit it into Zeta. That does give a bit of a target for Kitten's counter push. Whenever they decide to make it, they just need to search for the half HP MLE. The only MLE in the game, to be clear, I suppose. Triple VKs do get spotted. Mista getting that information. Thank goodness that Kitten didn't push into that crossfire. They would have taken a hell of a beating for that. And Zeta's just hiding redline for now. Kid doesn't know where he is, and it's best that way. He's just chilling, locking his turret, just driving around, having a fun time, enjoying himself. He's got a really nice little area here. And he's not going to do anything about our Epaulet grabbing the B base. That would not be what Lev wants, is to lose that tank for free. That being said, the VKs could crossfire if they turned around, but they're not going to. Yep, Arepa finds Zeta there. So now he knows. Does he trade, though? Mormon G is there to cover. So you don't want to be too crazy there, but it looks like Lev is making a counter push into 50M player. And he's going to take a good beating here from double VK and an IS-7 sneaking in as well. And do have a little bit of a setup here to defend, but in comes Celestia from the other side as well. Yeah, 50M player's taking a bit of a beating here. In comes Gentleman as well, because Kitten does push into Zeta. But they have 3 tanks all the way over there. Lev has everything else unified here. Just looking at the minimap, how split Kitten is and how coordinated Lev is. They are looking incredible here. Quick kill on Mista. They'll have 50M player in just a moment. Yes, they lose Celestia, but Lev was just so well grouped together. That being said, Kitten still has HP, and the guns are equal. And now that the Kitten 2 and 5Bs are back in the fight, things could swing a little bit. Sarah's not going to even rush putting that extra shot in because Tay can get it. That's a good heads-up play, allowing Sarah to reload all of those shells in the Crown Von and keep the damage output up. Lev are going to try to sneak around for a counter push into Cayman here. They'll look for it, but Cayman's still trying to kite the best he can. He's not going to take any more hits for it. And Tate McRae, that is the tank that you want to be soaking the hits. An MLE with reactive armor, so much durability there. We are seeing Andy in a bit of a face hug with a Repelite, bouncing that shell. Andy as well. So we're seeing 2 brain cells rubbing against each other over there. Gentleman, though, he's in a bit of a sticky situation with a 2-on-1. Looks like Kitten's going to abandon Tate, allow him to hold this by himself while Cayman helps to secure that kill over there. And Kitten do fight back with game 2, guys. The set is going to be tied 1 apiece. I was pretty high on Alev's push there, but just was not fast enough. And while it was a little bit nerve-wracking for Kitten having their tanks so split up, it wasn't really too much of an issue for them. They were able to hold on with what they had over on the other side of the map. And now it is just a 3-on-1. Down goes Mormon G. Sarah gets the last kill, and we're tied up 1-1. That's nice. That is nice. Love took a little bit longer than they wanted to get those kills with the VK-72s. And yeah, those early bleeds from Zeta definitely hurt Lev there. He has an unfortunate game. But yeah, just an easy target for Kitten. I still think maybe they put too many tanks over there for it, but it didn't end up too badly for them, so not really a big deal. Just a little nitpicky. Although, to be fair, I guess, if they sent one less tank over there, they wouldn't have gotten the kill as quickly. So, you know, it's neither here nor there. Move on to Yukon, guys. For games 3 and 4, we're guaranteed to see both of them. Which is good. Don't think it'll go on 3v1. I mean, you never know. You never know. 3v1s have happened before. But we've got Lev with the southeast corner, Kitten with northwest. Oliver busting out the double T22. We've seen it a little bit around there. I think Evany ran double T22 yesterday, so seems to run in the family, I guess. It's genetic. Double 50M for Kitten, though. 50M, the common meta medium of choice. And it's not surprising to see why, with its nice durability, reactive armor, and a reasonable ability on top of that. Shuts down T100s in a 1v1 with the ramming capabilities and armor. Although occasionally you will see the T100s being able to outmaneuver a 50M, which is possible, I suppose. Anyway, here is Yukon. And we will get into Game 3 between Olev and Kitten. Again, really no stakes at all for this set. They're both locked in on top 8. But still an enjoyable set to watch for y'all. Both teams seem to be committing pretty hard towards A. T22s seem like a pretty formidable tank to put in the A corner, but 50Ms also use that corner really well, so we'll see how it goes, but maybe the T22s will be there just a little bit faster. We're about to see first contact, and they're pre-aiming each other. Andy kind of messing up Mormon's driving there, so Mormon will take a hit, but big shots into Andy as he already gets split out for most of his HP. Christic missing the kill shot there, Mormon G with the HP share, but Andy's an easy kill there for somebody. Mista does end up taking it. Olev do counter though, they get the kill on Christic, pushing Chemo through. Whose account is that coming in from behind? They should have Mista as well. Chemo will get it. Sarah's looking to HP share, but Gentleman picks it up anyway. And Olev actually do have a pretty good case for that corner there. They do get both medium kills. And they're also doing quite well in the center of the map as well. Chemo does get picked off himself though. Keeman is helping for that to happen. So now we'll see a fight in the middle. 50M player will go down quickly. Kitten's going to lose a Repa Light as well. So at the moment it is a 5v3 in Kitten's demise. Although Mormon G should die quickly. But one of those shots bounced. Mormon G stays alive a little bit longer. Puts another shot into Tate, who falls. Whose account is that is holding quite nicely. Came in somehow missing that shot, and 4v2 is not looking good for Kitten here. Olev is sweeping this one. Despite Andy taking tons of damage in the beginning, the repush from Olev into the corner was very effective. And Kitten's passive presence over on the red line allowed for Olev to extend into the center as well. And they cleaned that one up really quickly with some good focus fighting. And as long as it took for games 1 and 2 to finish game 3, very fast. Didn't look at the final time, but can't have been more than 2.5 minutes. But a good brawl is always enjoyable. Zeta on top with 4.5. Great game from him there. 2 and 5 Bs just farm really well. 50M would have been hit just as hard. And perhaps it would have been even easier to pin it in the side. It could have minimized it with reactive though, so there is that. Kitten rocking 2 50Ms as well. Double 2 and 5B, and a super conquer. Solid. My eye is itching a little bit, oh my goodness. Alright. And will this be the last game, or do we see the tiebreaker back on Rockfield? Let's find out as we go ahead to game number 4. And let's see, will both teams go the same side again? Or will this game be a little bit more drawn out? Looks like Olev is more into D side. Kitten doing the same, so we might see another engagement. Don't know if this game will be quite as fast. This area is a little bit more spread out for the encounter, but the 50Ms will definitely see each other. No, actually, no. Kitten's not committing both their 50Ms to the corner. like Alev does, and RNG takes some opening damage, but they do have the corner now. They have that going for them. And nice shot. What was that? Zeta sneaking on into that 50M there. Good opening hit. Celestia also takes the B base, but Andy taking another free shot. Means both meds are already bled out a good bit for Alev. For Kitten, just one of them took one hit. They're going to grab the D base though, so they'll have two bases for a little bit. Allow that cap point differential to accumulate a little bit. A base still not really being touched by Kitten. They don't seem to care about the bases at the moment. Putting another shot into Mormon G, who's now on 800. Kitten's trying to make a move in the center. Gentlemen, Celestia are there. Zeta has a crossfire. Maybe not the push you want to make. And Kitten is bleeding for it. The Rippolite's already in half HP himself, almost as low as Mormon G is after all of his mistakes. And yeah, Mormon G and Zeta have a really good crossfire here. Another shot into Sarah from Zeta. And Kitten's just kind of getting shut down here. They wanted to make a play, but it doesn't seem to be working, and now Alev has an opportunity here. Mormon G's still farming out. Arepa overextended hard, and Kitten did not support him enough. So that's a free kill for Alev. Kitten may be going to counter push over into the mediums, but they're defended. And that's the first kill going for Alev. Sarah will be picked as well by Zeta. And Kitten doesn't have a lot of counterplay. They have a kill on Andy though. Do grab that. Mist is getting hit pretty hard. Mormon still a little hive over on the other side though. He's doing just fine for now. Tate's gonna look that way. But whose account is that picking up another tank? Stratmaker will go down relatively quickly. He's got plenty of tanks on him. And Kitten's just pretty much boxing themselves to the D corner as soon as Mr. Stratmaker dies. So they get the kill on Mormon G, but now the remaining 3 tanks from Kitten are all grouped up together, surrounded by 4 from Alev. HP difference is quite massive. Tate will fall here. No, whose account missing the shot somehow. But Mista gets picked first. Tate will go down second. And once again, it's just Cayman left alone in the end game here. No chance of winning this one. And I think that means congratulations are in order for Alev, the victors of Prove Your Skill 3. Group number 1, taking out Kitten, beating them twice in a 3-1 fashion. Both sets going the same way, tied after the first map, but the second one is a sweep for Alev. So, yeah, again, congrats to them. Kitten, of course, can't be too upset, although it would have been nice to win. They are still in top 8. And so they've got to be happy with themselves, of course, for that accomplishment. Seeing some hard eyes across the board. And yeah, good job to Alev for winning Group 1. I will real quick go ahead and refresh the website to see how Group 2 is looking. Don't think it's finished yet. But it will all come down to whether or not Rejects won their first set and if they're going to win the second one. So, looking at the website, we have Rejects defeating Ebony 3-1. So it's Tomo Rejects to see who makes top 8, and this is a big set. It all comes down to this one. Winner moves on. So if Tomo beat Rejects, they are in it. They already beat them once in the grand finals, but it was a good set. And so this one as well will be determined, or will determine who makes top 8. Because if Rejects wins it, they qualify on, of course, a PYS win. And if Tomo wins, oh, is my audio bugging? That's awkward. My audio seemed fine. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, if Tomo wins, then they are good on points. Although I guess they would also qualify from a win. Duh. Either team qualifies from a win. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, bro. Either team will qualify on a win. So big move. I don't know if I'm going to stick around for it though. We'll do like another refresh real quick. I always have to click matches and then brackets. It's the best way to reload it. And then for some reason, I can't load the second group unless I zoom out a little bit. Goofy website. But still no update. And will I wait for it? We can play a game, we can wait for it. Although you guys would be seeing it with 3 minutes of delay. And if you're watching it from, I guess, Voltus' stream, which you guys probably should do. You know what? I'm going to direct you guys to Voltus. You guys go check out Voltus for the stream for the last game. Last set, I should say. So yeah, look at Voltus Blitz. And you guys can see how Toma Rejects is doing. And yeah, I'm going to end it here so you guys head all over there. It was fun streaming the previous skills. Congrats to congrats to Lev on the win today. And we'll see who top 8 is, I guess, next week. Top 8 starts March 11th. I may not stream on that day. It is going to be my birthday, so I will be out. I don't know what time I get home, so we will see. But maybe we'll do a birthday stream for starting off top 8. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, I'll catch y'all around. As always, stay safe. Happy tanking.